implemented through a political plan, and that they're rushing to make changes to benefit the American people. That's great. The property tax stabilization program allows people 65 and older who have owned their home for 10 non-consecutive years to apply to have their property taxes frozen at the previous year's rate. The freeze can continue, but homeowners must reapply each year. There are no income requirements, while the law compels towns to assess and offer financial relief. State reimbursement will up to each new legislature as well. And Senator Rick Bennett put forth a new bill to give you guys $25,000 off your home. Now, this will be a home benefit, everybody, and it's going to help so many people in need of stimulus payments and in need of stimulus checks. We have a ton of views about the fourth stimulus check, Social Security benefits, SSI, and SSDI. There's a ton of stimulus news, everybody, that you have to know, so continue watching this video. There is a new piece of bill, a new legislation that's going to be signed into law very, very soon for Joe Biden. Now, several senators have officially released this, and now they're helping out the seniors and retirees ASAP, which is great, and we want to see this happening in America. Now, millions of seniors today rely on Social Security just to cover their bills in retirement, and for many older Americans, these benefits are their primary and only source of income. The problem, though, is that Social Security is facing a funding shortfall. The program's main revenue source is payroll taxes, and now it's shrinking in the coming years. The source is shrinking, everybody. Now, Social Security has trust funds it can tap into to keep up with scheduled benefits, even once its payroll tax revenue is cut. But once those funds are depleted, Social Security may have to reduce benefits, despite the financial upheaval recipients are receiving. Now, meanwhile, the Social Security trustees just released their latest report, and it contains one piece of favorable news. The Social Security program, everybody, is now projecting the program's trust funds will be out of money in 2034. At that point, Social Security will only have the financial means to pay 80% of scheduled benefits. Plus, what makes this news particularly disturbing is that 2034 was not the projected trust fund depletion date that trustees pointed to last year. It was 2035. So basically, it's moving a year up and a year closer. Benefit cuts are already bad news for you guys, and current workers who hope to collect their fair share of Social Security might not even get the chance to if this fund runs out. Folks, what do you think is going on with Social Security? And will Joe Biden fix it in time? Tell me what you think in the comments. Because benefit cuts are bad news for the current workers. No doubt about that. And they are even worse for the news of millions of seniors around the country who are already retired and can't afford to hit their income. It's possible, though, that lawmakers will come up with a viable solution to fix this so that benefits don't have to be cut, or at least not to the tune of 20% as they were before. And now that's problematic, seeing as how the program's trust funds could be out of money in a little more than a decade. One proposal that's been floated to pump more money into Social Security is to raise the full retirement age, which is when seniors are entitled to their full monthly benefit based on their respective earnings and history. Right now, full retirement age is 67 for anyone born 1960 or later. Moving the age to 68 or 69 buys Social Security some financial leeway, but it might not force millions of hardworking Americans to delay their retirement when they'd rather not. Another potential means of avoiding benefit cuts is to raise Social Security tax rates, but that could put a strain on workers who are already losing a large chunk of their income to taxes. All told, preventing the Social Security cuts won't be easy, but apparently lawmakers have little time to take action. If they don't act quick, millions of people, Americans, will find themselves teetering on the edge of poverty when their primary source of income is slashed in half. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, everybody, have introduced a bill to increase Social Security benefits by $2,400 a year. This expansion act just strengthens Social Security's financial foundations by increasing revenue dedicated to support the program. The bill would also impose a 12.4% tax on investment. That's for individuals earning more than $200,000 and couples earning more than $250,000. This is a way to help people with stimulus checks, and it's a way to give people the benefits of stimulus checks. If the economy is headed for a recession, as some economists fear, many Americans will be thrown right back into a world of economic uncertainty. Jared Bernstein, a member of the White House Economic Council of Advisors, admitted Sunday that inflation is unacceptably high, while also stressing that President Biden will not back down on climate change, spending initiatives, and does not see the country as headed toward a recession. Bernstein stressed that the budget deficit is down $1.7 trillion this year, representing a 77% decline. Republicans have noted that the United States is coming off enormous crisis-era spending to keep the economy afloat. Bernstein also pointed to what he described as the strength of the U.S. labor market, noting that 9 million jobs have been added to the economy since Biden took office. Now, several states and cities have created new stimulus bills that will provide their residents with additional financial aid throughout the crisis. The Colorado Governor, Jared Polis, signed Senate Bill 233, which will send taxpayers at least $500 by September. An individual filer is qualified to receive a minimum of $500, while joint filers are eligible to receive a minimum of $1,000. The new law is expected to refund up to 85% of excess state revenue collected last year. Governor Polis said, "We are helping Coloradans deal with inflation by getting people back their hard-earned money this summer. We are providing immediate relief for hardworking people in Colorado by sending rebate checks back quickly, because there's no reason the government should hold on to your hard-earned money any longer than it has to." The governor added that more than 3 million state residents will be in line to receive the money directly in the mail in August or September. The refund is only available for full-time residents who filed the 2021 tax returns by June 30th. Those who file after that date but by the extended deadline of October 17 will receive their payment in January. In New Mexico, it was reported that as many as 3 direct payments are on the way to help out-of-state residents. For the first round, taxpayers who filed individually are in line to receive $250, and those who filed jointly will get $500. The state started processing tax rebates last week, but this is just one round of economic relief payments. Some New Mexico residents will be able to claim three of these checks very soon. And last week, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer sent a letter to leaders in the legislature proposing a Michigan tax rebate plan right now, which includes a one-time direct payment of $500.
The smaller cryptocurrencies also got a bid as well. They're still down for the year and well off of those November high lows. The July bounce has been partially macro-related. Cryptocurrencies are still tracking tech stocks for the most part and really have been sensitive to things like rate hikes and inflation data, but the optimism around Ethereum is specific to that network. Ether is the cryptocurrency tied to the Ethereum network. Developers tend to use that blockchain network to build things like NFTs, for example, and it's in the process of what you can think of as pretty much a software upgrade. The whole thing and the way the whole thing is run, or validated as they call it, is going to change, and the way new crypto is created will become a little bit more energy efficient and therefore more environmentally friendly. The carbon footprint for crypto really has been a knock against cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in particular. The date for what people are calling the merge is now on track for September 19th, but that date had been pushed back multiple times, so there is still a little bit of skepticism. Either way, crypto investors are pouring into this trade ahead of that date. One big sign, the number of addresses, or essentially people who hold Ethereum, jumped to a 15-month high in July. There's also been a jump in spot volume.
The Simplify, the interest rate hedge ETF. And it provides a hedge against a big increase in long-term interest rates by holding interest rate options and treasuries and treasury inflation-protected securities tips. This gets crazy complicated to explain this, too, as an effort to just sort of hedge inflation.
Yep. Well, yeah, again, here we are again, right, talking about another sophisticated product, but another tool investors can